No, wait, I wanted to turn on this time. Hello, head campers. I'm Spike.
I'm Chris.
That's still Chris. Welcome to Geeking Out. This is the episode. We're going to make this one fast because that last episode went kind of long. When, boy, I just brain farted all over that last episode with the Lexington OTA channels. Boy, oh boy, I forgot what half the channels were. Anyway, this episode, I have a bone to pick with Marvel. I am going to present them with an award. Now, I've spent a lot of time and effort on this award. This is the Wild West Award for the worst execution of an idea that I have seen. It's so bad, I actually want my money back.
Wow.
This,
from Marvel?
from Marvel and their new comic book, Incoming, let me present the Wild Wild West Award. Wild, there you go, Wild Wild West. F you, Marvel.
Damn.
Let me explain what's going on with Incoming. Now, I'm going to spoil the hell out of this book, and there's a reason why, because this book sucks. Now, Scott at Scott's Comic Relief at 420 East Main Street, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, Suite E. He's still got. He may still have copies of this laying around. Scott, I'm sorry about this, brother, but oh, you wanted to know what my reaction was to this one and to Marvel's X, which is another book I just picked up. I'll talk about Marvel's X here in a minute. Let me cuss out Incoming first.
Ooh.
I'm going to spoil the hell out of this, so Scott, please forgive me for ruining your market here. This book is $9.99. That's the cover price on this piece of crap, okay? You take every third string and second string artist and writer you've got at Marvel Comics. You put them all into a fishbowl, okay? You don't put their names into a fishbowl. You put them into a fishbowl along with a big old concrete stir, and you just stir them up, okay, until they're all bloodied and beaten and tore all to scrap, okay? And then you pour cups out and you just throw it against every page. Writers and artists both. Just throw it against the page and you'll still get better results than what you got from Incoming. This is a mess and a half. There may be somebody out here who likes it. If you do, you're a fool. But hey, it takes all kinds of fools, you know. I want my $10 back. Because this book is 48 pages long. Okay? That's why they justify the $10 piece.
What is it about? I'm afraid to ask.
Somebody turns up dead. Okay? You don't know who this guy is. Unless you've been reading Marvel Comics constantly, every single issue they publish for the last 30 years, you don't know who this is. And if you do know who it is, it doesn't matter. Okay? So.
Okay.
He's found by some dude in a mask. Okay? A mask made from the dead face of a dead celestial, apparently. So now I take that back. This mask is ripped from the face of Eternity, the Celestial. Okay? This is the personification of Eternity. This guy is wearing a mask that tells him everything except who cacked this guy. Why he's here, why he's looking at it, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Because the dude stays there for 3 pages and I swear to God, just like in the WWE, he tags in another partner and leaves. Okay? Pulls in Daredevil and Elektra. Okay, and in related news, Elektra's alive again. Must be an even-numbered year. And they show up, and for some reason Daredevil's not Daredevil anymore. Okay? But it doesn't matter, because this book sucks. And they can't figure out what's going on. So they tag in Jessica Jones, okay? Jessica Jones, if it weren't for Netflix, I wouldn't know who the hell Jessica Jones is, nor would I care.
Sure.
Okay? At least she's a detective, so she tries to nose around. Doesn't matter. Doesn't affect the price of beans in China. So they keep pulling in. And the worst part is the cutoff. Every artist is doing about 2 or 3 pages. Okay? So you can tell how many tie-ins this event book is going to have. Oh, by the way, it's an event book. Okay? So, Incoming is an event book. And you can tell because each artist has like 2 or 3 pages. And the art styles are wildly different. So, every time you turn the page, you're getting smacked in the face with another art style. Because, oops, now it's another hero's turn. Time to show up in another book. And they do this for 48 pages just to eventually turn around and figure out that the Kree and the Skrulls have decided they're going to work together and kick Earth's ass. I want my money back, Marvel. I want my money back. Damn it, I'm not joking about this. The Kree are invading Earth in every month with an R in it. The Skrulls are invading in every month that doesn't have an R in it. And now they're going to team up. Now we're supposed to be concerned? You Marvel. You're dead up the... Okay? Okay. Now,
okay.
on for a better book, Marvel's X. Okay? Marvel's X... I'm not buying another Marvel book until I get my $10 back. Now, I want it back from Axel Alonso. I don't want it from you, Scott. I want my $10 back from Axel Alonso. Come on, pay up, buddy. $10 and I'll start buying Marvel books again. But until then, Marvel's X is based on the Alex Ross Marvel's books. And those actually turned out pretty well. They were the idea of them was to look at the world of superheroics from like the street level view, from the ordinary average human being, the way they would look at it. So, and of course, Alex Ross painting the art.
It does good art.
Marvel's X is about some kind of mutant apocalypse, which again, it must be a month with an R, so there's another mutant apocalypse. This one is a bit curious, though. There are occasional survivors, but you don't see any of the X-Men. Don't see the New Mutants. See no X anything. You might see something referenced on a television set in the background. But the main point is this one kid who's trapped there with his parents, his little sister, and his grandmother. And the parents wind up dead because of this mutant apocalypse. The grandmother turns into like a pea pod or something. The sister turns into a mutant and literally flies away through the roof. And once the kid realizes there's nobody left, he leaves. But he forgets the only way he's able to sneak outside and do anything is if he puts a Green Goblin mask on. So people look at him and think he's... If they're not really paying attention, they might think he's the Green Goblin and leave him alone. So, needless to say, this is like one of those post-apocalypse Marvel stories. This does not have Alex Ross art in it, which pissed me off at first. Alex Ross is writing this. That's the main reason I bought this thing. Because this is the first time where I've gotten something from Alex Ross where he's written it, and he's had nothing to do with the art. Okay.
Cool.
He did the designs, but he didn't do any of the art. Of course, he does the covers to draw you in, but this is actually a pretty good book. Unlike Incoming, which was a piece of... So, Marvel's X, yeah, that one was pretty good. I would actually recommend that, especially if you're getting a little tired of comic books of superheroes the way they're usually presented. This one might be interesting. If you hate mutants, you might like this one. And of course, if you're an Alex Ross fan, you're going to want this one. But so Marvel's X, good job. Incoming, yeah.
You know what?
Just
That's a good idea. You should do comic book reviews.
I need to do a lot more of them. Considering we film once a month in a comic book shop, I should be doing more comic book reviews, but I just mainly wanted to cuss out Marvel for releasing Incoming. I mean, I knew it was going to be a dog turd as soon as I picked it up, and I saw it was $10, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy this dog turd, and I'm going to consume this dog turd, and I'm going to see if there's anything in this dog turd, like maybe there was a kernel of corn in it somewhere, you know, something that might might be worth getting into it. No. Dog turd all the way through. Not only that, this is a dog turd from a dog who psychotically goes around eating all the other dogs' turds. Okay? This is like dog turd to the third power. It's like he chews it, he goes around looking for dog turds, he eats it, and then he poops, and then he eats his own turd, and then he poops again. This is like dog turd to the third power. That's what incoming is.
This is great, because every time he goes off, I hear about it at work. Somebody will tell me.
Incoming. Axel Alonso can lick my too. I thought Dan DiDio was bad. God. Axel, how could you let this piece of crap loose?
Wow.
Now, and the reason I'm mad about this is because there's another Marvel book that I want my money back on. It was Crazy. Now, Crazy used to be Marvel's answer to Mad back in the early 80s. Their mascot was not Alfred E. Newman. Their mascot was a cigar-chomping, dirty clown named Obnoxio. And he, basically like Howard the Duck, but with absolutely no redeeming faculties at all, including the fact that he's not a funny animal. He's a nasty old clown. Imagine Homie the Clown, but with lower hygiene standards.
This sounds like something I would pick up off of a floor in a gas station restroom.
Not quite that bad. Although this new one might qualify, because if there was somebody who sat there and did this and just sprayed all over the walls, that would be the new Crazy. Completely unreadable. Obviously, they only published it so they could A, maintain the copyright on Obnoxio the Clown, B, maintain the copyright on the magazine title Crazy, and C, just to give these people something to do.
Yeah,
And that's $5 for that POS. That's $15 you owe me, Axel. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
This kind of reminds me of... I heard some bad things you said about the new Harley Quinn TV series.
And what about the new...
I tried to watch it, and I'm just like, this is just violent and raunchy as hell.
Yeah, and the best part is, once I pointed it out to you, you couldn't help but see it.
Yeah. But I mean, it's nothing like what the character that we got, that Margot Robbie, who played in Suicide Squad, which everybody talks about now. It's not. It's the two are not the same.
No,
it's crap.
It's not even close. No. And then now we've still got the Birds of Prey thing coming up,
which I can't wait. Have you seen the trailer for that? It is awesome. It looks awesome.
I think I saw about 5 seconds of it, and I changed the channel and grabbed some Purell so I would feel clean again. God, that's either going to be better than I think it is, kind of like
I think it's going to be better than
kind of like Star Wars 9, where it turns out a little better than I thought it would be, which was not be that hard to do because I have very low standards of it anyway, or it's going to be a complete and utter dog turd to the third power.
I hope it's not a dog turd. I really hope that it's something special. I really do.
But I doubt it. So anyway, so to recap, Marvel's X, pretty good. Alex Ross, good writer. He actually is a good writer. I started it, disappointed there was no art. He didn't do the art. Should have looked in the side, but should have figured that. Disappointed with it at first. More disappointed as I found out it was about mutants. But as I kept reading it, there was a point halfway through the book where I actually changed my mind, and I was like, okay, I'm getting into this kid. Once he loses his entire family and he realizes he has to start out on his own, I'm like, okay, I'm going to check it out and see what's going on. I stuck with it to the end of the book. Unlike Crazy, which I actually threw away unread. I read 3 pages of it and threw it away because it was the dumbest stuff. I mean, this is the stuff. Crazy, the new Crazy book, was like reading a second grader's idea of what a funny book would be if he was a diehard Marvel fan. I mean, this is like stupid stuff, and the art was atrocious. But not to the nuclear dog turd to the third power like incoming Axel Alonso, you suck. if I could put you and Dan DiDio into separate toxic waste drums and fill them with concrete, seal them up, throw them into the East River, I would gladly go to prison for the rest of my life not on murder, because that was justifiable homicide, boys. This would be from the EPA for polluting the environment with your deadweight asses. Dan DiDio, Axel Alonso, you both suck. Dan, you know why. Axel, this is why I hate you now. I want my money back. Axel Alonso. So until next time, I'm Spike.
I'm Chris.
That's Chris. Axel Alonso eats all the dicks. We'll see you next time. For the one thing worth looking at CES. We'll see you next time on Geekin' Out. Hey, eat all.